Now listen, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I've been on that boy Tariq's head. I know I've been hitting him with the Stone Cold Stunner, Shawn Michaels Sweet Chin music, off the top rope, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, hitting him with all the wrestling moves, bro. Curb stomping them, crushing them, smashing them, debunking them, getting them out of here, man. Packing them up, cleaning them up, packing them out. And it's not just me. It's a whole bunch of brothers coming out the woodwork, coming out the shadows, and we've been on that dude's head because we feel like enough is enough with this dude, man. Enough is enough with this clown, man. But it seems like the women have stepped onto the battlefield as well. It seems like the women have picked up their machetes and their shotguns and they're ready for war also. Listen, y'all must not know about the black African woman. Y'all must have fell asleep in history class. Y'all must not know about that bloodline, that energy that comes from the black African woman. Y'all must not know about the Ashanti women that was waging war with the British down in Jamaica. Y'all must not know about the Haitian women that was chopping off heads down in Haiti. Y'all must not know about the Dahomey women that was slicing the throats of their enemies. Y'all must not know, but I know. Now listen, Tariq Nasheed, it's over with, my guy. It's over with. Pack it up, bro. Find a new lane. Find a new hustle. It's over, man. Listen, they got you out of here, man. And we ain't even have to do it, man. We sent the women to pack you up, bro. We sent the women to pack you up, man. I feel like King Gazo, you dig? I feel like King Gazo. I sent the women to come chop your head off, you dig? Now listen, run the footage. Run the footage. It's over for Tariq Nasheed. It's over. Pack it up, bro. Let's go. Run the footage. And after that, I'm going to come back with my commentary.
Pen and Paper's been trolling a lot. What's up, Pen and Paper? Let's hear.
Yeah, I don't waste my time with people who steal from the black community. I just want to know why the room is catering to this guy when he has stolen money from black people, and I also want to know why he is derailing a reparations march, all because he couldn't turn in a permit the right way. So one, I don't know no grown ass man who still uses a Yahoo email account as a business account, and I definitely don't know a grown ass adult male who would use KFlex number 4 for life. Like that's some MySpace shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's already like, he's already like debunked his own self. Like, I don't even know why anyone's taking him seriously. And number two, right? So we know he's a demagogue, right? We know he co-ops already existing movements and leeches onto them. And then he'll sit there and tell y'all, and y'all are asking him, how are y'all going to get reparations when he himself is not a reparations expert? Y'all, and then he's trolling y'all and telling y'all not to troll him back. So if he can dish it out, y'all can give it right back to him. Y'all do not have to baby this guy. He is no one. This is why we need to have a standard in the black community, period. When anyone comes into the black community and grifts, you get rid of that motherfucker. You shut him out and you choke him out. There's no way he should be given like any kind of mic or any way to explain or any way to rebrand so he can get more followers, because that's the only reason why he's here. He's here so he can get content for his YouTube and so he can convince his people that he's still the same person who can drag Africans. Don't give him that chance. And everyone's questioning him now. Everyone's like, man, if he's this guy who should know how to handle business, how come he can't send an email? All you got to do is hit reply. He couldn't even do that right. And not only that, if you look at the dates of the email, they're literally a month apart. If he really wanted to do this rally like he said he did, he would have followed proper protocol and get that shit done. The sad part is, right, is he kept saying how he had other people working for him. You mean all y'all motherfuckers can send an email correctly to get a rally done? And then not only that, once a brother who had good intentions to get it done gets it done, instead of having his people be like, all right, y'all, my dumb ass don't know how to spell, so I fucked up. I also don't know how to get a good email. I decided to use my MySpace email, so they didn't take me seriously, right? I also don't know how to write an email, because if you look at the format of the email, I am Tariq Nasheed is not how anyone with any common sense writes an email. But we'll let that slide, right? Because not everyone is on that level. But like he demonstrates every day, right? So the thing is once that happens, right, he should have told Rashad, you know, brother, you did what I couldn't. I got you. We're going to go ahead and follow your lead. No, instead, he so sees the doubt, right? He starts talking about, well, you know, family, the FBI's is why I couldn't send an email. And it's like, no, it wasn't. It was because your dumb ass didn't know how to send it correctly. And if you would have done it in a timely manner, you would have gotten a permit like he demonstrated. Because what ended up happening is he posted these emails, right? And when people pointed out, like, bro, you didn't even send it to the right place, he deleted them. So if you look at his post now, he deleted them because he knew he fucked up. And instead of getting on mic and be, you know, someone of integrity and be like, you know what, y'all, I'm dyslexic. I fucked up. No, instead, he's like, he's downing another Black American. So when he tells y'all like, oh, these Africans for us, look at his behavior. Who has been the number one obstructionist to reparations? There is no point in time, if you look at the history of reparations, which started off as a Pan-African movement, and if y'all know who Queen Mother Moore is, y'all will understand how we got here today. There is no point in time in which we tied immigration to reparations. It never happened. It wasn't until these grifters came along, sponsored by the far right, who then co-opted the movement. Why? To sow division in the Black community. Why? So that he can get people who used to be on the fence about reparations. Now you have people not even wanting reparations anymore. You got people questioning reparations. You got people fighting about reparations. You got people scheduling fights on the fucking streets in LA. Instead of scheduling time to meet up and strategize about what reparations look like. You got people downing HR 40, the only study that's up for federal. That's like y'all think for reparations, right? He's not helping that. Instead, he's doing exactly what Breitbart, Sinclair, and P-Fair pays him to do, and that's act as a grifter and a divisive person within the community. You do not baby someone like that. You treat them as dangerous as they are. You see how he can't be held accountable, not any which way? You ask him a real question, he brings up a fly swatter. What kind of weird shit is that? And then when y'all clown him back, what does he do? He cries and he flees. Let him flee because he can't handle his shit. Right. The reason why he targets certain people, he latches on to the red pill movement, right? He finds lonely people who are looking for an identity, and he tells them, "I'll give you an identity, I'll help you," and he creates a cult, and that cult's not allowed to question him.
No, listen to me. Let the sister cook, okay? This is a trial. Tariq Nasheed on trial, okay? It's time to he ran away.
Well, I'm just going to finish real quick. The thing is he came on here to get content. He's being shut out left and right from his circles. His people are questioning him. So what he's doing, he's trying to find easy targets. And that's not to be disrespectful to anyone in the room. I'm just trying to give you all the real. What he's doing now is he needs to rebrand and he needs to fill his base because he's lost his following. Don't give him the chance to do that. Fifi, I was listening to that, sister. That's exactly how you treat him. He is a joke. You treat him as a joke. He is corny. This is a corny dude who used to be on MTV giving makeovers to white boys as a fake ass pimp. As a fake ass pimp, co-opting other people's fucking personas and identities and shit. You run that motherfucker down each and every time. Do not give him any validity. You're up here asking him reparations questions. He's not on a task force. So why are you asking him? That's all I gotta say, y'all.
Go way to pack him up. Go way to pack him up. Look, he's back.
Okay, so influence, right, is what the people give you. If the people give you that power, you can take it right back. So if you listen to any time I talk to Tariq, I always hold him accountable for being anti-African and hold FBA and other hate groups being anti-African. If y'all been in spaces with me, I've also produced receipts on how they're actually backed by a far-right think tank. So that's not something you have to explain to me. I know that very clearly. But I also know, too, is that when you deal with demagogues, there's a certain way you deal with them. When you deal with grifters, there's a certain way you deal with them. You don't address them as though they're real and serious. You embarrass them. You put your foot on their neck and you choke them. You hold them accountable for the hurt they've done to black people. Tariq actually had a live where he said that, yo, family, I'm going to tell you right now is that, white supremacists that came at me and they offered me money, family. I didn't take it in the way I take it is when I start shitting on Africans. He literally told it years ago that if he starts shitting on black people and causing that division that he posted, he also made a post to say that the strategists, the NSA strategists, that they said that they had a strategy to divide Africans and black Americans. Now fast forward to 2022, and what is this agent doing? Dividing Africans and black people. And not only that, but he has muddied the waters to reparations. If you look at CNN, Don Lemon, and this cracker was on there, she used a talking point that Tariq Nasheed started pushing just a couple years ago, right? When Don Lemon asked her about reparations, her response was that why should we pay reparations when Africans sold other Africans into slavery? Understand how important that is. Because this was already debunked from Pan-Africans who are fighting for reparations decades ago. Like, we had killed that argument. Queen Mother Moore, W.E. Du Bois, and he always says whining, right, because he can't produce facts. Like, he also said that Harriet Tubman is not considered FBA because she decided to be free from slavery. Understand, this dude is nothing but a liar. He has no validity. This dude don't even read. Like, the shit he says is so wrong and easily debunked, and that's weird. Why are y'all calling this brother a historian? Who don't know any historical facts? Like,
You're
come on,
upset
y'all.
because you're
This is a
powerless.
guy, right? He says he charges y'all up and sends his minions. He sends. I got this, y'all. Hold on, real quick. He sends his minions, right, to come into y'all spaces and to harass Black Africans, right, and say that y'all don't know Black American history. But when you quiz these people, these minions on Black American history, they don't know it, and he also doesn't know it. So first of all, anybody who endured the hardships of slavery deserves to be compensated.
Shut the fuck up, Tariq. Listen to what you have to say, okay?
And also, it's all on video. This is all on YouTube. He came into the Pan-African warlord space, right? And he came in there at night, and he literally said that we asked him questions about his rhetoric already, and that's why it's already being debunked, and he doesn't need to be asked the same questions again. He came in there and said Harriet Tubman would not be considered FBA because she's a fleer. He called Harriet Tubman a fleer, said that she fled. Understand, a resistance fighter like Harriet Tubman who fought against these crackers and freed her people who wanted to be free. He dismissed her history because he couldn't wrap his FBA fake ass rhetoric on there. And understand how FBA got started in the first place, right? It only got started because Yvette Carnell didn't want to split power with him. So he decided to take his thing and create something fake, right? Knowing that he's preying on the condition of Black people to do so. That's his MO.
Okay, the pen and paper. Get your thoughts together, because right now he's not even hearing what you say. So let's just move on to the Sister Doza from Cameroon. Go ahead. Big shout out to Cameroon. Go ahead.
I got Tethers in here lying.
So I'm just going to say one more thing, because the thing is that the truth should be for the space and not for this liar, right? Of course he's not going to be listening to the truth. This is for the space. This is what you do. When someone comes into the Black community, steals from the Black community, and sits there and causes fissures between Africans and Black Americans and derails the reparations movement, you pull that motherfucker up, you pin him on the wall, and y'all keep stomping on his fucking neck. And you use him as an example that anyone that the FBI and the government uses as an agent, again, this is how agents get treated. That's how you do it. You don't sit there and say, oh, he needs to listen to us. No, fuck him. Fuck him. He literally has a white mom who's been hustling and stealing from Haiti. He lets that cracker sit in his house comfortable while she continues to steal from Black people. She's also an ex-fucking cop who she basically is a slave trader. And this dude has this cracker comfortable in his fucking house. So fuck him. He doesn't have shit to say to any Black person. Not only that, he also said that white people can have access to reparations. Look, what kind of agent shit is that? It's supposed to be for Black Americans, right? But he wants crackers to come in. Also, pull up his spaces where he talks to white supremacists, and one shot he calls them yes sir for 2 hours while they call him every nigger jigger.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so
the immigration office in here is chaos.
And see, that's all he got. He sounds like a whole ass cracker. He sounds like someone who sucked Ben Shapiro's dick. And that's what I'm talking about. Y'all don't hear that white supremacist in him? Fucking deep throated white supremacy. He's a fucking weak ass bitch. And that's how the fuck you treat him. He already revealed himself for what he is. No self-respecting Black man talks like that. Malcolm X already told us to watch out for these weak fucks like this. That these weak fucks come in here, they co-op movements. He literally, while we were at the height of police brutality uprisings, he was in his basement on a fucking microphone talking about how these protests don't work.
In your homeland. This is why you failed in your homeland with this.
She's a Black American, by the way.
Hold on. I'm the motherfucker host, okay? You're African, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so does that mean you're African?
Genetically, but hell, Africans, okay, where in Africa can I go as a citizen? Because they don't accept me as an African over there. I can't go to some country over there if I don't have $50,000 or more and say, hey, I'm your brother, let me in this country as a citizen. None of those countries allow me over there with easy citizenship. So who am I accepted by in those African nations as a national or as a citizen?
Has been happening, sir?
Tell us what's happening, Tariq. Why are you going to the small spaces? You never be interacting with nobody on the app but your spaces. What's happening now? You lonely, honey? What's going on?
Yeah, it's early in the afternoon, so I'm just chopping it up, just saying hi to people and just reaching out.
Since when did you start caring about us little people? You've been doing your thing. You know what I mean?
You're little, but your forehead is big, so that's the only thing that matters.
I seen your baby mom's face. So I know you're not talking about my forehead. Oh, and I seen her asshole too, and her pussy as well. Because she used to be a stripper. Love it. Remember when you wanted to be a rapper, but you couldn't get the deal? The little mixtape on YouTube, the woman that's, you know, her ass is up in the air and got a little G-string. Yeah, baby. So let's not talk about foreheads right now, because my forehead is a lot smaller. You see?
No, Dr. Kaba.
Tariq does tend to always drag people out, talk about us women, African men in his spaces. So I think it's always, you know, it's fair. He never sticks to the title. You know, as you know, it's always a clickbait, right? An opportunity to drag Black people, Africans, to cause hate, right? So one of the things I found out, Dr. Abbas, that he has done is he actually admitted, okay, in a space that he got his heart broken by Eritrean girlfriend, and that's one of the reasons why he calls us tethers and hates Africans. So can he go on the record confirming that? Because I do have a witness. You still don't know so you still don't know where Djibouti is located, and is that what you're saying? Last time I spoke to you, I told you I was from Djibouti. You didn't even know where the fuck that was, but you're wearing a suit and tie and you're acting all educated, writing all these fake books. Right, well, stealing from other people's material, right, and then claiming it as yourself. You know that's an infringement of copyright. Do you have any cases impeding against you for stealing people's information and using it as yourself, Mr. Tariq Nasheed?
No.
Were you flipping tricks like your wife was in the strip club?
No. She was out here.
You married and procreated with a woman who had literally all these type of dick inside of her ass and her pussy hole. So I'm just wondering, like, you married that. You married that. Why would you want to procreate with a stripper? Why would you want to procreate with a woman that had nutted inside of her? All these men have nutted inside of her. She has swallowed so many semen. And you decided to marry her and wife her. So that woman at Motel 6 happens to be the stripper that's been sucking you off for years. And she sucked that dick so good that you decided to put a ring on it, because you see, you come from an era where you can turn a hoe into a housewife, right? That's the era that you come from, because you're older than me. You were born in the 70s, baby, right? So I don't know if you want to talk about your criminal record. I don't know if you want to talk about the fake ass museum that's looking at, like, it's at some daycare center, the recent sex tape in the timeline. There's just so much to talk about, Tariq. But the last person you should be speaking on is my grandmother. And you see, the difference between Dr. Abbas and myself is we happen to be Africans and we're united and we don't fall for divide and conquer. So when a woman speaks to you, especially an African woman, you're not going to jump over her and say, I want to talk to the man, because you see, in your spaces, you have demasculated Black African men. Correct? So therefore, you're going to speak to this alpha African woman, and you decided to come into our space, which means you are going to play by our rules and you're going to play by our command. You see what I'm saying? This is a panel. This is not like, we're not going to treat him like some fucking prophet. He shits and pisses like the rest of us. Who the fuck is this motherfucker? Do you know what the fuck my father did for Black people? You motherfucker, you disgusting piece of shit. Do you know who the fuck my father that gave birth to me did for the Black community? More than the fuck shit that you did with your fucking cocaine crackhead and your criminal record history, marrying a fucking stripper. And I'm gonna be the new Malcolm X. You disrespected Malcolm X. You disrespected the fucking Black history and the legacy of Black people who died and who are fucking aggrieved by the deaths and the trauma that's fucking happening in the United States of America, that are angry and sick. And you made a mockery of these of people that have died because you're pretending to be another bootlegged version of Malcolm X that happens to just be on crack and smoking fucking Xanax. Yeah, you're a fucking coon. That's what the fuck you are. I'm gonna call ICE. Nigga, you don't work for the fucking immigration. What the fuck do you think this is?
Man, listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Listen, I might go to the studio today, right now, bro. I might just drop a new song. I might just make a new song. Hey, I'm feeling like Destiny. Feel like King Gazo. Run up on this wrong. Man, I bet you gonna get flamed. Feeling like Destiny. Feel like King Gazo. Run up on this wrong. She gonna hit you with the flamethrower. Man, listen. Why do I make the connection to General Jean-Jacques Dessalines and King Gazo of the Dahomey? Dessalines, about 1/4 of his army was Black women. You had Black women on horseback with the machete coming through, slicing the French army. King Gazo, he had like thousands of Black women armed and ready, standing, ready for war, ready to chop the enemy up. Listen, y'all don't know about the African woman. Listen, Tariq, y'all don't want it, man. I told you, bro. I think I dropped a video maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. I told you, Find a new hustle, bro. You can switch it up, bro. You done switched it up before. You went from the dating coach to the Pan-Africanist to the amateur radio host to the R&B 90s amateur SoundCloud rapper. Then you wrote some books. You made some DVDs. You know what I mean, bro? Switch it up, bro. Find a new lane. I seen bits and pieces of your interview on No Jumper, and you talked about how now, in your current rebrand, you are now a quote-unquote racial analyst. You combat racism wherever it's at. You know, you just be looking under the couch, behind the stove, and in the refrigerator for racism. You know what I'm saying? You be in the backyard looking under the shed, under the damn deck. You know what I mean? Looking for racism. I understand, bro. But listen, find a new lane. This whole American nationalist patriot, we built the country 1776, but I also represent Denmark VC, you know what I mean, Nat Turner, the men who tried to overthrow the country, but I love the country because we built the country. But I celebrate all my ancestors who wanted to burn the country down and overthrow the country because, you know, they hate us in the country and they marginalized us and they oppressed us, but we love the country and this is our forefathers' land and this is our homeland. This is where we buried at, but this is where we got to combat. This is where we got to fight and fight and fight. This is where we got to go hard, but this is our homeland. This is where we at. This is what we call home, but we also want to burn home down and destroy home and combat home and fight home and antagonize home because home has oppressed us, but it's home. But listen, bro, you got to find a whole new gimmick, man. Listen, it's at a point where people are now voicing how they feel. At first, people let it slide by the wayside. People let it go uninterrupted. But now it's reached a point where, you know, when you be chilling on a warm summer day and the mosquitoes just be bugging you, they be on you. Sometimes you could just let it go. Sometimes you could just be like, you know what I mean? Flick it away. It is what it is. But sometimes, bro, you just be like, enough is enough. I'm squashing and I'm stepping on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting rid of that. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it buzzing in my ear every 17 seconds. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? So now you even got the women fired up and charged up. Now listen, this is the power of the black woman when she is configured in a proper direction. You get what I'm saying? Currently, as it stands, our women, they are configured in a direction that's going nowhere for the most part. But this is the power of your women when they quote unquote understand the assignment, when they know what to do, when they know what the directions is, when they know what the instructions are. This is what happens when your woman understands who the enemy is. This is how she pounces on that. This is how she reacts on that. This is the nature of the black woman. Unfortunately, our women, as soon as they're 9 years old, they're learning about Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Napoleon Bonaparte and the War of 1812. So the society has effectively neutralized the vast majority of them. But when the black woman is in tune and understands what the assignment is, listen, go ask the Frenchman what happened when he encountered the black woman down in 1804. Go ask the Britishman what he encountered down on the island of Jamaica during the colonial period. Go ask the Frenchman, go ask the other African nations, the men from the other African nations, what happened when they encountered the women from Dahomey, the Fawn women. Ask them what happened when a black woman has zeroed you in as the enemy of her people. Man, I guarantee, in our natural element, man, them women would have grabbed a machete and tried to run down on Tariq, bro. I'm telling you, bro, it would have been like a damn duel, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, those women really wanted to get at him, bro. It wasn't no jokes. It wasn't just words with them, bro. They really wanted to get at him and really have his head on the damn pike. You know what I mean? Have his skull on the damn altar type joint, bro. I'm telling you, it was that type of vibe, bro. Yeah, it was them pre-colonial black woman vibes. You dig what I'm saying? They would have had that dude's head on the damn stick. You know what I mean? Listen, dedicated to the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? We done vanquished the enemy type vibe. Listen, hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like I said, go ask the Frenchman, go ask the Britishman what happened when he encountered the black woman from centuries ago. That's all I'm gonna say. But listen, man, I loved it. I loved it. Shout out to the sisters, man. Shout out to them, man. Stay on that dude's neck, cause you know we gonna stay on his neck. You know the fellas gonna stay on that brother's neck. You know the fellas gonna stay on Tariq's neck. You know what I mean? We're going to stay curb stomping them. We're going to stay running down on them. It is what it is. We're going to stay hitting them with the drive-by ambushes. It is what it is, man. Listen, it's your boy Neferkari Desaline, and I'm excited, man. Shout out to, I don't even know who them sisters was, bro. It was just on a Twitter space. I don't even know who they are, bro. We don't even got a face. We don't even got a name. They just some screen names, bro. That was just going in on Tariq. I don't even know why he entered into that space. Like I said, he entered into an African space. It seemed like that space had East African women, West African women, Black American women, Caribbean women, and I don't even know why he wanted to enter that space because, like I said, he's been pushing the xenophobia line heavy, so I don't even know why you trying to waltz in and just be like, hey, fellas, what's up, family? You know, how y'all doing? You know, just fighting white supremacy, you know what I mean? You know, we don't got a problem with black immigrants, you know, we just got a problem with a certain segment of your black immigrants, you know, so, you know, when we call your country, you know, a crap hole country, and you don't got no running water, and your kids are starving, then we make fun of your women, then we say your women as victims of sexual assault and abuse. And, you know, when we say that, we're not talking about all y'all. You know, we really love y'all. You know what I mean? We really love y'all. You know, the FBA, you know, we love our brothers and sisters. You dig what I'm saying? We don't got love for y'all. You know, when we insult your culture, when we insult your ancestors, when we insult everything you stand for, it's just, you know, we try to show tough love. You know what I mean? It's just shooting the dozens. You know, we just cracking jokes. You know, it's part of the culture. You know, we grow up, you know, disrespecting each other, you know. But listen, we don't play that, bro. It is what it is, man. They on your head, bro. And like I said in my previous videos, take my advice, man. Find a new lane, find a new hustle. It's all good, man. It's all good. Listen, you've rebranded so many times, my dude, and people followed you each time without missing a step. Do the same, man. Do the same. The easy bag, especially considering you already have an audience established, do shade room TMZ type content, bro. Do like, oh, celebrity gossip, oh, such and such was cheating on such and such, oh, Ime Udoka and Nia Long, you know, the Boston Celtics head coach smashing the owner's wife. Like, do that type of content, bro. That type of content, number one, it's gonna hit the algorithm because these are trending topics. Number two, it hits a wide demographic of people from all ages, races, and backgrounds. Everybody wants to know what the latest trending topic is, the current events. And since you're an American, like you say, or you're a proud American, so you'll be able to reach all of America. You know, it won't just be Black America, it'll be all of America, bro. You'll be able to take trips to Hawaii every week, bro. The money never gonna stop because it's always a new viral story popping up. It's always a new crazy viral story on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram popping up that you could easily hit the algorithm, punch for views, do a little 5-6 minute commentary on it, you know, crack your little jokes how you always do. And bro, racking your bread. You don't gotta make no enemies. You don't gotta push no hate, no xenophobia, no negative energy, and you don't even attract negative energy. It'll just be regular news content. Nobody insults the news reporter, the newscaster. Nobody wants to run up on a newscaster trying to, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, bro. It's a way more peaceful life. Listen, man to man. You know, I'm a young dude, but listen, take my advice, man. I feel like I'm a young brother with an old soul. So listen, I don't got no hate for you, man. You know, if I seen you in the street, I wouldn't dap you up. I keep it a stack, wouldn't ask for no picture, wouldn't dap you up. Probably wouldn't even pay attention to you like that. Keep it a stack, you know what I mean? And if the chick I was with ran up on you talking crazy, I probably wouldn't even stop her. I would probably let it go off on you for about, you know what I mean, 17 seconds. And then I'd be like, all right, baby, we out. You know what I mean? We don't got to talk to these busters. You know what I'm saying? But listen, find a new lane, take a break off the social media for a few weeks, few months. Everybody will forget everything, bro. Now, of course, listen, the Black immigrants, we never going to forget what you done said. We never going to forgive that. It is what it is. You the op for life. You the enemy for life. But in the end, I think just as for Black men's mental health, you know, I don't think you want to wake up every day and you got people just looking at you as the enemy, people looking at you as the opposition, people fired up to go at you. I don't think that's how anybody wants to live from any walk of life. And keep it a stack. You're around that age. I believe you're in your 50s, bro. This is around that time where a lot of Black men's health, we start deteriorating. You know, the cardiovascular health starts dropping. Just in general, if you didn't do what you were supposed to do in your 20s and 30s to keep your health up, keep your body right, man, your body's gonna start breaking down around your 50s. We seen what happened to Kevin Samuels. Now, of course, we know Kevin was eating big steaks every week, every night, damn near, you know, drinking Red Bull. But I'm sure just the constant grind of the social media, every day people looking at you, trying to antagonize you, looking at you as the enemy, getting in the comment section, getting into your DMs and your emails, trying to get at you, sending you hate mail. And I'm sure by the energy you push and the message you push to the streets, I'm sure you get hate mail on a daily basis. I don't think anybody really wants to live like that, man. So find a new lane, bro. You might even be able to recuperate some fans you may have lost with the propaganda you've been pushing. Now, of course, there are going to be a lot of people that's gone forever, but I'm sure you already knew that when you started pushing the trigger. And I'm sure you weighed the assessment and said the risk is worth the reward. So I'm sure you already factored that into the equation. But listen, back up off that, man. The women want your head and they ready to ride down on you like the Goje from Dahomey. So listen, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah, find a new lane, man. The women, they want your head on a stick. They want your head on a platter. Listen, I guarantee if they had the money, they had the resources, they, man, if it was like 1744, they would have been asking the king of their kingdom, listen, we got to run down on him. We want his head. We want him. You know what I mean? We want him as a prized possession, as a trophy of war. Listen, that's how they would have done you if it was like 1723 back in Africa. It is what it is, man. It's your boy, Defakari Destiny, back in the village. Yes, indeed. And I'm gone. Peace. The women on your head, bro. The women on your head. I feeling like Destiny. Feel like King Gazo. Run up on me wrong and up, but you going, yeah. How about, man? Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generations. Talking about money and power and building a nation. that's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Pay for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This is an art, and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you in court. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.